Hey, I'm Matt Ernst with Fox 34 News with Joel Mowery from ServPro of Southwest Lubbock. And more importantly, we are both board members of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lubbock. Fantastic organization I've been proud to be with for a few years. Joel's been with it for a lot longer. So Joel, tell me, how did you first get started with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, my business partner, David Miller, was on the board of directors back in about '89. And so he thought I'd be a good big brother. So he just asked me, hey, I think you'd be a good big brother, and why don't you go down and talk to him? So I went down and talked to him, and the next thing you know, I have a little brother, Michael Scott, and we were matched for 7 years.
Wow.
And I think I learned as much from Michael as he learned from me.
And that's what we hear from a lot of these matches. And sometimes it can be kind of tough to get started. And you realize, what did it take? It took that one question of, hey, I think you'd be a good big, and then that's where it got started right from there.
Yeah, I think most people think it's only college kids that are bigs, and that's not true. Most of our bigs are a lot older than college students. And so it was amazing, that friendship that we've grown and we still have today.
Yeah, and we actually just last month at the bowling tournament heard from a lady who didn't know that much about the organization. She was just walking when we were having an event, said, well, I'm retired, can I do that? And said, yeah, absolutely. She said, you know, my 20s, 30s, I wouldn't have had the time for this. But now that she's retired, she's had a fantastic match for a good while now. So why do you believe in mentoring the youth of our community so much?
Well, my father passed away when I was 18, and I was older than most of the bigs that we need. But even at 18, I needed mentors. And so I've had some great mentors through my life of older men that helped me through things. So with my dad dying and my mom taking care of us three boys, we were blessed to have a strong mom. And my grandfather, Boyce Mowery, and people like Bill Watkins and Ray Duncan, those guys taught me things. They don't know they taught me, but they did a really good job. And so I think everyone needs mentors to try to look up to and to try to get better.
So for the golf tournament, how did you and your company come up with this idea? Because they said in the first year, you guys have done it bigger and bigger each year. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I moved off from Lubbock for about 5 years. And I moved back in 2005, and I went down to Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I said, hey, I want to do a golf tournament, but I want to give you all the money. And she looked at me and kind of smiled like, yeah, I've heard this before. And so she let us run the golf tournament that year, and I think we made $2,500. I've never worked so hard in my life to make $2,500 cash. And so the next year it grew. The next year it went up, and it's gone up. And so it went up each year, I'm going to say, for about the first 8 years.
Remarkable. And so now it's gotten bigger and bigger each year. And now we also add on that the kickoff event. Why did you decide to add a kickoff event?
Well, we added the kickoff event because the golf tournament had kind of maxed out. You can only have so many golfers, and you can only have so many players and tee sponsors. And so we did the dinner before the concert, and that's what we're doing this year. And so that was able for people to give money. And it also was a way for women to help get involved, because a lot of the women didn't play golf, and we wanted to make sure they could. So our profits went up, and last year we were over $43,000 cash in profit for the dinner and the golf tournament. This year we're doing the concert, which we hoping is going to help bring in more donations.
Yeah.
When we first started, it was $2,500 that first year, and it's gone up and gone up. I went back and I added up the last 11 years. In the last 11 years, we've raised $210,000 cash, and it all started at $2,500.
That's remarkable. So someone wants to get involved sponsoring the tournament or becoming a mentor, how should they go about doing that?
Well, I highly recommend, if you want to give back to your community, the best way to do it is to help young people. And so I would contact Big Brothers Big Sisters. They have multiple ways they can help you volunteer. If you want to be a sponsor and help us, that money we raised came from our other sponsors. It wasn't us. It was all of our sponsors that we had. And so call Big Brothers Big Sisters. If you want to help ServPro sponsor this certain event, then you give ServPro a call, and we will definitely take your donations and your help to make it a better year every year.
And absolutely, it is going to a fantastic cause to big brothers, big sisters.